Hello my friends, it's nice journey of HTML CSS interview questions with all of you. But I am observing that most of the people are not following my complete playlist, so they are having lots of doubts. So please follow the complete playlist of HTML CSS interview questions to get all your doubts resolved and be confident in each and every interview. Hello everyone. It's time to have 100% attention for Flexbox in CSS. It is very important question and one should be 100% prepared for this type of a question. Firstly, Flexbox is one-dimensional layout method for laying out items in a row or column. Then, how we can use Flexbox or apply Flexbox. So to make Flex container, one should add display flex to our container. And inside this container, we can have multiple elements, which can be div, h1 or anything it can be. So let's understand this Flexbox concept fully in our VS Code. Here we have four boxes with number 1, 2, 3 and 4. And to all these boxes we have already assigned some CSS properties so that these boxes will have proper shape of box. With this our boxes will look something like this 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we will use display flex property to our container and then we will understand all the things associated with display flex. Here we will write display flex. As soon as I will assign display flex to our container, all my items will be in a row. That is due to the flex direction. By default, the flex direction is row. If I will change flex direction to row reverse, then yes, my items will start filling up from the right end. So 1 will come first, then 2, then 3, then 4. Suppose if I will try to decrease the size of my window. Even though I have assigned width and height of 200 pixels to my boxes, they are shrinking up. I don't want that. I want if there will be less space, then my sum of the boxes should come down, but they should not shrink up. For that, we have flex wrap. Yes. So due to flex wrap, now my boxes are coming down to the next row if there is less space. With this, we have completed flex direction and flex wrap. Suppose I want to combine this flex direction and flex wrap together. For that, we have property called as flex flow. So first, I will comment out these properties and then I will write flex flow. First parameter will be flex direction. So I will write row reverse. And second parameter will be flex wrap. So I will write wrap forming. Yeah, now also my boxes are properly aligned. Suppose I want my boxes to be horizontally center now. For that, we have property called a justify content center. Yes, now my boxes are horizontally centered. So this justify content works across the main axis. Main axis means here my flex direction is row. So justify content will work across the row. If flex direction will be column, so justify content will work across the column. That is across the main axis means. If I want my contents to be vertically centered also, so for that we have something called as align item center. But for align items to work properly, we should have some height, vertical height to our container. So we will assign height of 600 pixel to our container. And then we will write align items center. So my boxes will be vertically aligned also. With this, we have covered up the justify content and align item center concept. But if an interviewer wants that my boxes should have the proper spacing between them, then we have something called as space between, space around properties. If I will write space around, then yes, at left end and right end, we have half of the space as compared to the space between the two boxes. And that is the property of the space around. if I will change it to the space between. So as you are able to see, there is no space at the left end and the right end. Yeah, you may be able to see some space, that is just due to the margin. And then we have last property called as space evenly. Here, from all the end, the boxes will be properly centered. With this, we have covered up the concept of justify contain. In align items also, we have flex direct, flex start, flex end. Flex start means start filling up my boxes from the top. If I will write flex in, then yes, boxes will be filled up from the bottom vertically. So in this way, we have covered up all the concepts related to justify contain, align items and all the things. Now we will see how we can work with an individual box. Here we will start working with box 2. So we will write box 2 and inside that we will firstly assign different background color just to make a difference between other boxes. First property which we will see here is order. Order, if I will put it 3. Yeah. Then what is happening? Box 2 is coming at the end. It is due to the property of order. The element which is having higher order will come at the last position. After order, we have something called as flex basis. Suppose if I will give a flex basis of 320 pixel, then our that particular box will take extra space, that is 320 pixel. That is from the remaining spaces only. If there will be less space, then also it will take 320 pixel. So in this way, the flex basis works. After flex basis, we have something called as flex grow. If I will give flex grow the value of 3, then see what happens. Yeah, now this particular box 2 has occupied all the remaining spaces. After the flex grow, we can use flex shrink also. It may be 2, 5, any number. So we will able to see the effect of flex shrink when we will resize the window, and we will make the window smaller and smaller and smaller. So when we will resize the window to the bigger size, then flex grow will work. And if I will resize the window to the smaller size, then flex shrink will work. And it will shrink by 2 times. Other boxes will shrink slowly, but this box will shrink more. That is 2 times. Once we are done with this, we have property called as flex to combine all these 3 properties together. Flex basis, flex grow and flex shrink. So we will comment this out. Instead of this, we will simply write flex. First parameter will be flex grow, so 3 will come. Second parameter will be flex shrink, so 2 will come. And third parameter will be flex basis, so 320 pixel will come. Yeah, after that, everything is as like before. With this, we have completed all the concept related to the Flexbox in CSS. So now we are confident enough about Flexbox in CSS. It's time to see some practical question based on Flexbox. So let's move to our next video tutorial. Thank you very much for now.